pretty sweet.
That's so cute.
That was a cool way to start the stream.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
Can I get a little bit more on this? Or here, check 1 2. Hello. Oh. Is it this?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Okay. Welcome to Vibe Unit. This is a Sunday session. We threw some synthesizers on a table here today, and we're just making some cool EDM-styled stuff using some jungle drums and I guess they call it drum and bass. Yeah, how's everyone doing today?
Doing great, actually.
We got Zach here today, guest, friend of the show.
Hello, hello.
Earlier this week, if you checked out our Instagram, you may have seen us jamming at my place. And then we invited Zach on. We're like, let's do this on Sunday.
I appreciate you guys even bringing me out here. Like, this is a great time. Getting to experiment with some new sounds and, micing up the outside and just experimenting.
Yeah, he just said we mic'd up the outside. You can see what that looks like on our Instagram right now if you want. But there's a microphone outside. As the storm was impending, John had this brilliant idea to put a microphone outside to capture the rain sounds as another layer of atmosphere, it turned out to be really cool.
The skies are clearing up, too, actually.
Unfortunately.
They knew we wanted to use it.
Yeah, right.
At least we got some on our first track.
Yeah.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with what Vibe Unit is, we are a collection of musicians from the local area in Southwest Michigan. We get together here on every Sunday and we stream. Sometimes we have guests on and they showcase their musical talents. Sometimes we just have kind of an open jam like today. This is going to be kind of more EDM style stuff. Zach, why don't you tell us about what you have in front of you?
Sure. So I guess from beginning to end, this isn't technically my first instrument, but this is about secondary. It's my K-Oscillator Pro. It's both a loop machine and also a synthesizer. Micro or full SD support, so if you wanted to, you can save everything that you throw together. I really like playing with the gate, the arpeggiator, a lot. That's always fun to layer things on. I actually got this in tandem with my Microkorg, my Microkorg XL, and would just throw together just standalone beats, and because DAWs were intimidating to me at first, and
Sure.
this is just a really easy way to kind of throw everything together. So from then I went to the OP1, kind of the same premise. I like the concept of like groove boxes, right? So
Yeah.
it's all-in-one DAW for the most part. I really like the sampling engine. A lot of fun to play with and just sketch together ideas. And
Hey,
then
you let me borrow the OP1 a couple weeks ago. I thank you for that because I know those are expensive and hard to get. So,
absolutely. I mean, the same goes with the.
well, Minilog's a little
Minilog.
less expensive, but and a little less hard to get. But yeah, we did a swap.
We've had the pleasure of jamming around this set of stuff
Mhm.
a couple times now, and it's been a really good time.
It's
I
a good
think it works
workflow.
really well together.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this is the first time I brought the pad in, but
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen one of those in person. I've seen YouTube videos with it way back when they were more popular. I've never seen anything else kind of utilize that workflow.
Yeah, it's
It's pretty unique.
it's interesting
super
to
unique.
especially like getting your timings down. I wish that there was, I got a couple of gripes with it, but aside from that, it gets the job done for the most part.
Well, then we have the Mini Brute here, the Arturia Mini Brute, which is holding down the fundamental with the bass lines. And that thing is dirty. Can you play a little bit of that for
Yeah,
us? Hold on.
absolutely.
I love that thing so much.
I mean, just
Listen to that. It's filthy.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. This is my first dive into analog synth as a whole. I've always wanted one. I've always liked the sound.
Yep.
But getting it and actually realizing all of what's available has been a really fun learning experience, especially with your guys' guidance. It's opening up the floodgates of knowledge. So.
I love that synth. We used it a little bit on one of your tracks that we worked on recently, and because we had it, you'd let me
Yeah.
borrow these two things, and we had done some jamming with the Arturia Mini Brute, and that thing is a powerhouse. It's made me want to get that to have in conjunction with my Minilog, because that just seems to be like
I kept going
really
back
good
and just
pairing.
wanting more layers because I was like, the sound I want, I could probably get it out of that. And
Yeah, didn't you say you turned this into a lead or something at one point? Or you,
Oh yeah, I did a song, most of one. I need to finish it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did a song like using the starting point of it was what you guys had been like working on and jamming over before. This is like what 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where we were going with that, but
Well, we used it a little bit for one of your tracks, and
Oh.
and it worked out really well.
Yeah, I was gonna say it got used for everything I think other than the original loop.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, everything else was either vocal samples that I recorded or various layers
Iterations of this,
of,
yeah.
of mini brute in some way or another.
Apparently, there's a USB interface that you can plug this into and just back up your presets.
Wow.
Obviously, you need the software to do it, but I have not played with that side of
It's
it yet.
amazing. It's so analog that you can't actually control any of the parameters with CCs, which is different than the mini log, which has log in the name. You'd assume that would have more analog, maybe less stuff you can control, but that can save stuff. It's like digital analog.
That's what blew my
It
mind playing
emulates
with
it.
that, was going through all the presets and like the step sequencer and some of the
Yeah.
stuff that was just built into it. The sound and the expression that just comes off of that thing is just mind-bending.
I've never been able to I don't think there's been a time yet that I've sat down in front of this wanting
Yeah.
to make a sound and couldn't get there.
Yeah.
this
for
this
sure.
is like really good. This is a really good just like all around does it all synthesizer.
and it's
I feel
it's
like.
quite affordable. Not sponsored by anything on this table, although we'd like to be.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of not to make too big a deal about it, but I'm seeing a lot of brand names on this table.
Yeah, honestly.
There could be more, so just
We don't care about that one though. What else
Oh,
do
yeah,
we
that
got?
would be,
Everything else is good. That's a nice little slight.
B word.
But yeah, everything in that mini log sounds amazing, and you can do such a variety of sounds. So that's what John's playing. John, give us a little sample of what you're doing.
well, okay.
Play a little of that
Maybe-
lead
so
thing. It's so
kind
cool.
of a lead,
Sync.
but it's kind of a bass too in a way. It's really I started off with a patch that's supposed to be bassy. Also, this is not the right shape for this. I didn't put
Oh,
it back
let's
to the
dial
way
it
I
in.
had it. Hold on a sec. I need All right, hold on. I gotta move the pitches 1 sec.
While we're waiting, Megan Curtis said, always love the energy. Y'all got a great thing going for real.
What's up, Megan? We're gonna have to hit you up soon and get you on here again. That was fun a couple weeks ago. If you haven't yet, check out the episode we did a couple weeks ago with Megan. She did some hip hop, and she goes by Mysterious Meg. Check out her music
I
on
really like that name.
Spotify
That's awesome.
and anywhere else you stream music. YouTube, Apple.
Very
I'm
suspenseful.
sure it's everywhere.
It's almost got like a tornado siren vibe.
Yeah, I have to detune
If you ramp
just
that
the
up,
right
it's like-
amount.
That's a cool sound. I think the thing that makes the sound this way is there's a setting called hard syncing, and you can make it where the two oscillators you have, the peaks get snapped in the same place. Or maybe
It
it's where
makes
the
them
cross-
be in phase.
It makes them be in phase.
Oh.
So it creates that like sound of them like forcing
Yeah.
into each other. So you can choose a different pitch for your second oscillator to create the timbre.
Creates that
So you can affect it that way without changing the pitch of the overall sound.
So there, now it has the LFO thing that it's supposed to have. You should hear the second oscillator getting its
Yeah.
pitch bent all over the place. And it'll settle, and it'll sit on the right pitch,
Yeah.
but it takes a minute to get there. I could make the rate be faster,
That's cool,
but
'cause
I like it that way.
And we said it sounded like Portal.
Yeah.
The game.
Yeah.
That's cool. So then moving over here, we have the Koala app. This has been a really cool app. We can sample with it and do stuff. John had made some stabs and some little pad things on there to do like vocal parts.
Here, I'll just quick demonstrate it, right? It's this easy. It's crazy. So like, I'll just get another bank of pads here. Test 1, 2, 3. So now we have this. Test 1, 2, 3. And I can take that and like trim off the ends. Maybe pitch it up. Stretch her down. Like,
It's a good
you know,
song.
like whatever you want to do. But anyways, I did a bunch of that and then chopped up just some of the notes that I need to kind of
Yeah.
chop and sample with you guys, and then just random stuff.
And that's all your voice too, which is so funny.
And then just random stabs, and then my favorite.
Yeah, we're about to drop it again here after everything's being routed into this mix board here, and then being sent out a tube bus. So we got dynamic control over everything. So, like if I start something here on the tracker, which is the other piece of equipment I'm using, you can bring in the sounds. You know, I just have like a little beat I was messing around with the other day. So yeah, it gives a really dynamic experience, and it's pretty cool. The tracker has been like one of my favorite workflows, and if you ever seen old computer programs that used to, like some of the original digital audio workstations were trackers.
I think the first time that we met, I think you walked me through some of that stuff.
Yeah.
You were doing a lot of chiptune and like
Yeah.
I don't know, 8-bit style stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounded great.
So, real quick, before we move any further, I want to throw a little shout out to our sponsors. Well, not sponsors, but a little shout out to our donors. We're going to throw that list up. If you're on this list, we want to say a special thanks to all of you. We couldn't do this without you. As we continue to push forward to make more content and stuff, having the support of the folks on this list has been crucial. If you'd like to support us on Patreon or on our Cash App, please check out those things. Any little bit helps. But what also helps as much as that is to check out our YouTube channel. Like this video, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Then you can hear when we're going live. We do this every Sunday. And be sure to check out some of our other episodes, too. We got some really good ones. Last week, we also had another guest on, Kestis, Chef Kesto, and he's got a new album out. Check that out. All right, we're going to get back into some jams now. I don't know. Do you guys like that little rhythm section?
That was pretty slick. I like that.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Dude, that crow, like towards the end there, that
Hooking
worked
it
out
up,
so
dude.
well.
So
Hooking it up on the collab, dude.
Yeah, right.
shout out to the crow
You trying to
perched
come
out.
in here, bud? Like,
We have this microphone set outside right now capturing all the ambient sounds, and we were hoping to capture some of the rain, which we had at the beginning of the stream, but now we've got a crow that's joined us. And we are happy to have another guest on Vibe Unit today. It's so fun.
He said thank you.
You're welcome, bud.
yeah.
You get some like bird seed out there, put it around like the microphone.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and there's a car that just went by. So
That I believe was a wild Cadillac in its natural
In its
habitat.
natural habitat,
How'd you know?
naturally aspirated.
let's see what else I have on here. This one's called
The
Jungle.
crow agrees.
It's nice.
I could probably sample that. Actually. Okay, all right.
It's at 80 BPM. If that matters.
80 BPM.
Yeah.
You think I care about sync? What was it again? Sorry.
80.
I do care, actually.
I gotta figure this out.
You doing it again?
All right.
All right, we're gonna start wrapping up here. But we got one last little thing we want to do here, and then we're gonna call it. I'm gonna let it ride on this little little bit of noise here.
All right, another time. But this is sweet though.
All right, let's do one last little hurrah. Well, we gotta make it up. We're gonna go back into it.
Yeah, like I just got my samples figured out.
When the music cuts out, we'll go chill. You can do some. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to Vibe Unit Sunday Sessions. It's been Zach, John, and myself, Michael. Really glad that you stuck around till the end. Please tune in next week. We're going to do a short stream because I think the open mic night is next Sunday.
It is.
So we're going to be doing just a short, just like, catch up on local events sort of thing, more of a podcast style thing. And then we're going to head over to that open mic night, which will be at the Livery. I'll be hosting. John will be running the soundboard.
4:30 sign up. Be there like before that if you're trying to play, because it's been filling up within minutes of opening up.
It's always fun seeing everybody play, just openly in that environment.
Right.
Just bringing in so many new minds and hearing so many new sounds for sure.
We're starting to get a little bit of a regular crowd again too, which is cool, right? Like you start to see some of the same people every couple months, and it's like, oh, did they have anything new to show? Like,
yeah, right.
It's a good place to meet folks. I met a few new faces last time. Someone I connected with on Instagram after the fact, and hopefully we'll get him on here at some point.
Very nice.
Also, be on the lookout. We're going to be asking some folks to join us on the live stream to do more Sunday showcases. If you liked what we did the last couple weeks, please let us know. And I already mentioned it once, but the last 2 episodes, we're trying a new thing called a showcase where we invite artists on to show their material. And there's a few, I just want to run through the options of how that looks real quick, and then we'll close out the stream. But there's a few options. If you are in a band and you would like to come and show some of your songs, we're asking for about 30 minutes of original material prepared in advance, and come on here and just play it kind of like a gig. Treat this like you're at a venue. We could do that. Our second option for having guests on would be you are a songwriter and you're looking for a band to back you up. I know some musicians that we could probably ask if we're given enough notice, 2 weeks notice in advance, to prepare for that, so I can ask people to come on and drummers and stuff. And if you're in the option 2 category, if you're an artist that like to back up somebody, I've already been reached out to by a few of you folks. Maybe some of you are watching. I'll let you know if I get any idea on who's coming on here, if they seem like the kind of musician that would work well with the artists. I guess you call them like the session performers, studio performers, or whatever you want to call them. If it makes sense to connect you guys, I'll try to facilitate that. And then the third option is maybe you're just a local person, an artist or something, you just want to come on and do like a podcast style thing with John and I, where we'll just hang out with you and get to know you. I'll have some questions prepared in advance, and we'll get to know who you are. And just you can come on here and tell us about it. That could be anything from sound engineers, artists that just do even painting or work like that. It could be someone who's just in the industry, like promoters and stuff like that. Anything that's art related, we want to talk to you and connect. So let us know. media@vibeunit.com is the email, and also check if you want a more direct line of communication with us. Try our Instagram. I've been keeping up with it there for messages. So that seems to be the preferable way nowadays to communicate. So we could do it on Instagram if that makes you feel more comfortable.
I'd just like to say too, you guys make this really easy. This has been such a mind-opening and just, I don't know, impersonable way to, not personal, but I guess inspirable way to get back into music, because I haven't really done this in quite a while, and this has been it's been fun to bounce ideas off of you guys, and I guess
we have enjoyed having Zach on today. Zach, thank you for bringing your gear out.
Absolutely.
I know there's a lot of money represented here, and it's always makes me nervous to bring things places because of that, but it's really cool that you brought that stuff here. It really was part of the sound today, and I think
there's quite a range, man. Like just looking at this table right now, man, like of eras and vintages of stuff, like
mixtures and combinations of how sound is produced, right?
What a weird combination of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about what this could mean. If anyone's into this kind of thing, it'd be cool to add a fourth person. You know, the more people you add to this kind of thing, I guess you could say the less. You don't have to do as much to create a dynamic sound, so it kind of becomes a patience test. Like how little can you do to affect things, and you don't have to be the focal point of it. You sometimes just try to find a little texture, some sort of piece of the frequency spectrum that you want to occupy, and it's fun. We actually we didn't just come in here today and make this up. We actually had prepared this earlier in the week, so in a way you could call this a showcase because we had some idea of what we were doing when we got here. But with that being said, a good time to do this would be we have an open studio on the second Saturday of the month. So if any of you are interested in coming and exploring some synthesis stuff, let me know in advance. I'll plan on bringing that stuff, and then you can come down here and get your hands on some keys. And
I'll bring some of this over too. We can all just,
that'd be awesome. Yeah, we can all just make stuff up. And so anyway, we're going to end it there. Thank you for tuning in. Check us out next week. We'll be back. See you then.